The Gatorade Cup Series heads to the Commonwealth of Virginia as we get ready to go racing in the Target 400 as we continue on the short track swing in the Gatorade Cup Series race number 8 of the season. Trey Wright in the 34 has the pole for tonight's race. 2's outside, the 19 of Danny Lloyd. Then 3rd to Alexander Rowe, 4th is Stephen Taylor, and rounding out the top 5, it's Eli Bright. 2's outside, 6th is 2nd in points Wyatt Walker, winner at Bristol a few races ago. 7th place is Nathan Ormond, Matt Gunn in 8th. 9th we have Jonathan Rains with TJ Hanley rounding out the top 10. For the rest of the field, there's Tyler Fink, 2's outside, Anton Charlebois. Then behind them, it's Griffin Lynn, last race winner, with Joe Jefferson, 2's outside. Then there's Jay Jefferson, won here last season, make his way into the chase in the 5 race before the chase, and Jonathan Beeford, 2's inside. Then there's Adam McDowell and Carter Friesen, along with Levi Shones and Jake Galloway. Then we have Luke Rainey with Vinta, along with Code Luigi and Riley Sampson. Then there's Marshall Burrow and Anthony Hernandez. Behind them, it's Derek Bouchard and Derek Hamill. Then there's Oliver Galloway and Trey Rainey, along with Carter Joey and points leaders to Matt Osgood towards the back of the field on the outside. Then there's Max Anderson with William Bullen, along with Jeff Bright and Al Lagasse. Then there's Mathis Wells and Alex Fletcher, along with Roman Fenway and Sebastian Kukulon. And in the final row, it's Colton Yost, who's outside the 14 of Mitchell Collins, starting in the 42nd and final position. So there's the 4-2 cars to do battle here at Richmond. Let's go down and get the starting command to fire these engines up.
Drivers, start your engines.
And the field fires up, and the green flag will be waved in the air, and Trey Wright will be the first to take as he's on pole for tonight's Target 400 here at the 3/4 mile oval in Richmond, Virginia. 60 laps here in the 8th Gatorade Cup Series race of the season. We've so far had 7 winners in 7 races. Can we make it 8 and 8 here tonight at Richmond? Pace car pit road, 60 laps. Trey Wright, Danny Lloyd, front row for the start of the Target 400 at Richmond. We are green in the Gatorade Cup Series. Alexander Rowe gets the lead. He leads lap number 1. Trey Wright trying to get the second front of Eli Bright, but Eli has different plans. To the inside of 34 to turn 1. The Brights have had so much success here at Richmond, especially Jeff Bright. We'll see if Eli can continue that here and win for the first time since season number 7 in the Gatorade Cup Series. Eli up to second, but Alexander Rowe comes out the corner. He'll lead his 2nd consecutive lap of the race. Eli trying to bring his teammate Nathan Norman with him. They're trying to get to 2nd and 3rd. Trey Wright, though, fighting tough on the outside. But Eli gets a run there on the bottom of Alexander Rowe down the backstretch, side by side for the lead at Richmond. Eli takes it to turn 3, so the 88 out front now, with Nathan Ormond up to 2nd. Hedging Motorsports 1-2 at the front as Ormond now looks for the lead down the front stretch. Eli leads the lap for 5 points. But now Nathan wants his turn to get those 5 bonus points. He'll get to the inside of the 88's teammate and get on by. Tyler Fink is up to 2nd. He gets by Eli down the backstretch. Here comes winner at Iowa last race. Griffin Lynn up inside the top 3. He's going for 3rd. He'll take it from Eli. Now he's going for 2nd on Tyler Fink down the front stretch. Ormond has pulled a nice gap over 2nd on back. Got a really big run. And coming forward, Jonathan Beeford, the 62, who so badly wanted to win at Iowa. He finished 2nd last race. That defeat definitely did crush him a little bit, but he is now rebounding up inside the front 5 to 4th for the 62. Trying to win for the first time in a long time in the Gatorade Cup Series. Big veteran of the Gatorade Cup Series knows how to get to victory lane. He's won race here before. Let's see if we can get it done here tonight. For the lead, Lynn sideways on Nathan Ormond. Saves his car to the inside. Ormond down into turn number 3. Slides up, and Jonathan Beeford wants to take it 3 wide. That's something Beeford wanted to do at Iowa. Take it from Lynn. Griffin leads the lap, and Beeford to the inside to turn 1. Ormond slides up, almost in the back of the 7. They may make contact. Up the racetrack for the both. Rains, who won last night in the Target Series race here at Richmond, will move his way to 2nd. Lynn falls back to 3rd. Here comes Eli Bright and pulls there Trey Wright on the bottom lane moving forward. Close racing at the front, hard racing at the front. Beeford leads in the 62. Rains up to 2nd, looking for the sweep here at Richmond in the Target Series and the Gatorade Cup Series. Currently looking for the lead on Jonathan Beeford. He got a good run down the back into turn number 3. But John comes off the corner. He'll lead once again. And Eli got a good run to the 4. Jonathan Rains. We'll see if he can take into turn number 1. He's looking low on the 4. Rains up the racetrack a little. Eli to the inside. Beeford also got the racetrack. Here comes Eli Bright. He'll look for the lead at turn 3. Good run for the 88 to turn number 3. Eli Bright slides up. He'll grab the lead away. And he'll lead lap number 9. Jonathan Beeford outside. Here comes Trey Wright looking 3 wide at 34 car. 4 cars break away. And then you have Levi Shones in 5th. As there goes straight right to the lead. Eli right back to second. Buford back to third. The battle for fourth is on. Shones inside of Jonathan Rains. Here comes Buford. Good run through 3 and 4. Gets to the inside of the AD of Eli Bright. That's for second. Off into turn number 1, side by side for the second position. Jonathan Buford down low on Eli Bright. He'll take that second position. And now for the top spot. Buford inside, straight right down the backstretch. He'll go to the race lead. Once again, Jonathan Buford out front. Here comes Levi Shones to the 92. He's up to second. He wants to lead his first lap to this event. Shones inside. He'll get to second. He's now looking for the lead. Here comes Anthony Hernandez. He won at Denver earlier in the season. He looked at his teammate Eli Bright, got tight, had to lift. Eli gets back down fourth, and Hernandez is back to fifth. Rains in sixth. Those front six have single filed themselves and pulled away. And then seventh place, Carter Friesen, Tyler Fink, Griffin Lynn, Ormond. Here's Vince Vinta, Carter Joey, winner at Vegas coming forward. TJ Hanley, Daytona 500 winner. A lot of our winners right now towards the front of the field trying to win their second race of the season. So far, no one has done that. And so far, it's Jonathan Buford dominating here at Richmond. Shones looking for a way to get around, but that 62 holding the inside pretty well. We'll see if Shones can try for a run in turn 1. Yeah, good corner there for Levi Shones, hugging that yellow line. He's there down the backstretch. Side by side with Jonathan Buford into turn number 3. Shones drives it hard to the bottom lane. And off corner number 4, Levi Shones will lead lap number 14. And it's the front 5 that have now pulled away. 6th place, Jonathan Rains has faded back to this battle. Griffin Lane, Ormond is here. Rains, here comes Carter Joey forward. TJ Hanley inside the front 10. Woods coming back to 19, who started on the outside of the front row. And here comes Cole Territory right for the lead in turn 3. Straight right to lead here at Richmond. Eli Bright to second. Hernandez, Eli's teammate, looking for his first lap slide of the race. He's up inside the front 5. He's to 4th, now on 3rd, as he gets by Levi Shones and Eli Bright to the lead down the backstretch in the number 88 car. United Motorsports has always been very good here at Richmond. We saw a few seasons ago, back when Isaac Nichols drove the 48 car, it was actually he and his teammate battling for the win at the end of the race. Will we see more Hendrick Motorsports teammates bound for the win here tonight in Richmond? We're going to find out later on in the race. Hernandez grabs the lead away. He's going to come around and definitely lead this lap. He got a great corner there. He got away from Eli and the others behind. As Hendrick Motorsports once again 1-2 at the front here at Richmond. And once again, still those front 5 that pulled away. 6th place is just a battle, and they can't really gain. TJ Henley's up to 6th, but swings wide and allows the bomb to Danny Lloyd. I believe that was the caution lights, and it is for a wreck down into turn number 1. It's the 12 of Max Anderson, Anton Charles, Cole Luigi, and Jake Galloway, who have wrecked at the end of the front stretch. Jeff Wright as well is involved in the 9. So that's an interesting spot to wreck here at Richmond. The caution flag is in the air, and we will have some retirees from this crash. And they wrecked under the yellow again. And that's Jay Jefferson, the 78. And he was plagued by this in the Target Series race just last night, where he wrecked from 6th place under the final caution flag. And now here he is in the Gatorade Cup Series, got back in 12th, and he wrecked under the yellow flag once again. So Jay Jefferson, again involved in a crash under the caution, as pit row is open, and all of these race leaders will come down definitely to get service done to their cars. Hernandez the first in the 48. So Cole Luigi just going to try and get back out onto the racetrack. Ton of damage to that number 42 Chevrolet for Chip Ganassi Racing. It's not been the season for Cole that he's wanted in both Target Series and Gatorade Cup Series. As the 48 leaves, he hits Luke Rainey. Rainey tries to get into his pit stall. The 48 will have some damage from that. He's trying to leave in front. He beats Buford off. He beats Shones off. Can Eli get the run to get by his teammate? No, Hernandez. First off pit road, Eli Bright second, with Buford in 3rd, Shones in 4th, and Alex Fletcher will be 5th off the pit lane. Caution flag is in the air, and involved in the crash is last season's champion Max Anderson, along with Cole Luigi and some others. Caution is out for the first time in Richmond. Let's see what happened. Well, the wreck didn't take shape until about halfway down the front stretch, and it starts all the way back in turn 3. Jeff Bright is inside Vintage Charles Cole Luigi trying to make the pass. He slides up a little too far into the Vintage Charles. 96 gets into the 9, up into the 42. Then they make contact, saving their cars down to Jake Galloway. They get hooked together. They save it right there. They are good. Then they come back down the racetrack. They get into Max Anderson. The 12 spins around the 11, back up into the 9, into the 42. They go hard into the outside wall right there. Anton Charles, Max Anderson impacts the inside wall. Luigi up off the ground in the 42 with Jeff Wright underneath them. Anderson there in the 12. And Anton Charles, Jake Galloway as well up against the outside wall. A crazy crash here in the Target 400, and the Target car goes for a scary ride into turn number 1. And that took the full straightaway to make it into a crash. They saved it right there, and then right there they're trying to save it again. Finally, they get put into the wall. And then the 12 comes up, just pile drives the 9 into the 42, and that's what projected Cole Luigi almost up and over. This will be a great shot looking down the front stretch. Looking at these cars just rubbing together, beating and banging. That's short track racing right there. My gosh, and look at this. Great angle there. Marshall Burrow, I think I saw on the 37, had some damage from that. Yeah, he did. And then under the caution flag, Jay Jefferson once again, the unlucky victim, as he got back in 12th. And let's see how this occurred. Oh, Orman slid, and he just spun Jay Jefferson around. Car Joey ahead of those guys also did, but for Jay Jefferson, it's a tough break as that's a second straight race now. Target Series, the Target 300, and now the Target 400 in the Gatorade Cup Series, where this happened to him. And then on pit road, Hernandez leaving, got hit by Luke Rennie. He has some right side damage, and then we'll see how that affects the car, number 48, as Anthony Hernandez is our race leader in the Target 400 here at the Richmond Raceway. Coming back to the green flag on lap number 24, it's Anthony Hernandez and the 48 out in front for this restart. And from that crash, 3 Gatorade Cup Series champions have retired. It's Max Harrison, Cole Luigi, and Jeff Bright. 39 cars on the racetrack, a few of them are with damage. Anthony Hernandez on the 48 is our racer, leading his Edgar Motorsports teammate Eli Bright, who is second. John DeBee for his third. Levi Schoen's fourth. Alex Fletcher in fifth. They have Tyler Fink in sixth. Danny Lloyd 7th. Carter Joey 8th. TJ Hanley 9th. Carter Friesen rounds out the top 10. Friesen, Hanley, Joey, and also Schoens, along with Hernandez, have won races this season. Back racing in the Target 400. Hernandez a good jump, but he goes wide through 1 and 2. Eli Bright up bottom lane for the 88, down to the back stretch. They're side by side. Heavy Motorsports teammates are for the race lead. Eli Bright inside will grab it away. Eli Bright out front now in the Target 400. Here comes Jonathan Buford. He'll get the second down the front stretch. Looking on Eli Bright to turn number 1 for the lead. Eli gets down to the bottom, but not down low enough. Inside comes Jonathan Buford side by side for the lead down the back stretch. Eli, good run off the top of turn number 2, clears the 62, and leads again. Buford was going to look low there, but I think Levi Schoens kind of stopped that for him as he moved to the inside. Levi Schoens for a second. And now for the lead comes the 92, side by side. Levi Schoens inside, Eli Bright to turn number 3. Schoens to lead in the Target 400. Alex Fletcher, the 72, up for second on the 88. Side by side down the front stretch to turn 1. Alex Fletcher takes second. He knows that of the 88. Now Schoens goes way at the racetrack. Here comes Fletcher inside down the backstretch. Here comes Anton Charpois off the pit road, the 96. How does that play into this? Fletcher has to get around this 96 to the bottom lane. No go. Look up by Anton Charpois. 96 staying high for now. Anthony has the 48 up to second again. Remember, he restarted this race in first. Trying to get by Anton Charpois as they race their way down the backstretch. He'll get to the inside. No, Anton blocks it off. And there was a crash, and the yellow is out. And it was a few cars involved. And they wrecked again under the yellow flag. It's Derek Hamill. Hamill all torn up as he wrecked under the yellow flag. He gets into Trey Rainey and almost spins him around. Oh, look at that! Is that Tyler Fink upside down with Levi Schoens? And it is! So we've had multiple incidents now under the yellow flag off turn number 2 as Levi Schoens and Tyler Fink make contact. They're running inside the front 10. Caution is out. It started with, I was trying to remember now who's involved. As Schoens rubbing with Riley Sampson. Hopefully they get that sorted out. But involved in the crash, a lot more drivers. And I think one of them may have been Jake Galloway in the 11th. So let's see what happened. Caution is out in the Target 400. This all start from Marshall Burrow coming off pit road, the 37 car. As he's leaving pit road, Adam McDowell, the 22, is trying to make his entry into the corner. The 37 comes up, McDowell comes down into the 37, spins him around into the outside wall hard for the 22. As he comes back down the racetrack, here comes Jake Galloway. As he tries to avoid, he does. Oh, the 37, I think, tried to get down pit road. After that, hit the barrels, and Jake Galloway nowhere to go right into the side of the 37. The yellow flag comes out for our second time here tonight here in Richmond. And I think Burrow got hit right there and decided he wanted to come down pit road, and he was just out of control and way too wide to even make it. And right there, Jake Galloway came along, nowhere to go for the 11 as the 37 hit the tires in front, or the barrels in front. And then Hamill under the caution. Once again, just like what happened to Jay Jefferson, they're trying to get low or something there. And they make some contact, and then it happened with our racers as they race back. Back in front was Alex Fletcher. And then Levi Schoens on the top side with Tyler Fink in the 21. Right there, Schultz gets into Fink, and it just flips the 21 over, and Schultz has the premium damage as well in the 92. So we get our second caution flag of the race, and some more crashes under the caution flag, as it's Alex Fletcher leading us back, and we'll go back green after the halfway point in the target 400 here at the Richmond Raceway. Going back green this time on lap number 34 to Alex Fletcher in the 72 out in front for the restart. We have a lot of cars retired from this. Marshall Burrow, Jake Galloway, Adam McDowell, Roman Fenway, Joe Jefferson is retired along with Tyler Fink. Anton Charles 2 laps down, Derek Hamill 1 lap down, as we were left with 31 cars on the lead lap. Out in front is the 72 of Alex Fletcher. Behind in second to Anton Charles Anthony Nez is, Anton Charles is right now a lap down. Anthony Nez is second. John Beeford's third. Eli Bright fourth. TJ Hanley fifth. I believe they're trying to let either Riley Sampson or someone belong there. But that's not going to be the case, as those two are fighting over position back there. But we'll set to restart. Fletcher out in front of the target 400. Steps on the gas and gets away. We are back racing. Anthony Charles did not get going. That really hurt. Second on back, Anthony Hernandez and the others. We'll see what Hernandez can do to try and get around the lap car of Anthony Charles down the back, moves to the inside. Anton once again slips the door down low. This is not good. Hernandez, he has got to be fed up right now at the 96. These drivers want to get around that 96 as quick as possible, and it's just not happening right now. Fletcher with the racetrack from the race lead. Anton Charles trying to get one of their laps back. Side by side, Charles gets it back, and that opens the bottom lane for Jonathan Beeford. The 62 down low, side by side with Alex Fletcher down the front stretch, and we have our third caution of the race. And a car upside down, Alexander Rowe in the 00. So a flip, and another crash. Hanley is in the outside wall off turn 2. Caution is out once again here at Richmond. Our third of the night, and this one involving Alexander Rowe. He's upside down in 3 and 4. This was a very interesting scenario for this to happen. Alexander Rowe's behind Samet Oskin, who was our points here. Oskin down the bottom lane. We're here. Rowe kind of drives it in, gets in the back of the 47. They get hooked together, and the 00 never lets off. Puts the 47 himself up into the outside wall, and the angle that the 00 hit just flipped him over a half a time. So very interesting there what happened to Alexander Rowe in the 00. As man, that's interesting there. Alexander Rowe upside down brings out our third caution flag of the race. As he got into the back of Cement Oskin, the angle just hit the wall, kind of projected him upside down right there. That's interesting. Never seen a car flip like that before. And then what happened with Hanley? I have to wonder if Hernandez just like, yeah, these cars are sliding. I have to wonder what's wrong with that. And Hanley got hit. Luckily, it's not too bad, but there is still some damage to the side of the number 23. Our race leader at the moment of caution, really tell who it is, it's Alex Fletcher. 72 lets back to the caution flag. As we stay on the racetrack, it'll be the 72 out in front in the target 400. 20 laps to go when we restart here at Richmond. Alex Fletcher is our race leader and the number 72. No cars out from that. Anton Charles got a lap back in the 96. Only 1 lap down now to our race leaders. We'll see if Anton Charles can try and pass a few more lap down cars. 30 cars on the lead lap. They're all led by Alex Fletcher in the 72. Behind in second is Jonathan Beeford. He led by his third. Anthony Nance fourth. A damaged 23 in fifth. Then Mitchell Collins is sixth. Carter Fries in seventh. Vince Minta eighth. Carter Joey ninth. Riley Sampson rounds out the top 10. Pace car to pit road. Restart lap number 41 as we are back racing. And the target 400 Beeford stays with Fletcher. A good restart for the 62. Stayed with the 72 now for turn number 1. Up the racetrack for car number 72 as they come down the backstretch. Beeford gets in line. Eli looking out of line, the 88. Oh, Mitchell Collins is in the outside wall hard for the 14. Riding the wall with TJ Hanley, and we get our fourth caution of the event. This time the 14 and the 23 wreck hard. Now race leaders are coming back around. Buford trying to beat Fletcher. They slow down because of the incident. And Eli gets his second. Friesen gets all the way up to fourth because of that. Let's hope that the 88 and the 43 don't wreck. They get in line. Caution is out for the fourth time. And from the top 10, Mitchell Collins wrecked with TJ Hanley. Caution is out for the fourth time. Let's see what happened. Can't really tell what happened here as Mitchell Collins drives to the inside TJ Hanley. They're only side by side. And right here, the 14 kind of comes up and just wipes out with the 23. Hard to the outside wall. Hanley up off the ground. Mitchell Collins almost up and over. And it takes a little bit for the caution to come out because no cars are really ever backwards on the racetrack, but they throw the caution because of the 14 up off the ground, and that's our 4th of the night. And Alex Fletcher continues to rack up these laps led. He's not been touched because of these cautions, precautions type of racing. We've had one caution after another. Ever since we got that second caution of the day, we have not been able to stop with the cautions. We've barely gone racing. Alex Fletcher is our race leader in the 72, leading us back to the caution flag. He now has Eli right behind him in the 88, as we'll go back with under 15 to go in the target 400. It will be a restart with 13 laps to go here in Richmond. Alex Fletcher leads in the 72, and out is Mitchell Collins and TJ Hanley. 28 cars are on the lead. The last of them is our points leader, Samet Oskin, in the 47. Alex Fletcher trying to hold off again on the restarts. Eli Price, the one behind him in second now. John Speed for third. Carter Friesen all the way up to fourth. Anthony Hernandez is fifth. Then Vince Vinta, Carter, Joey, Riley, Sampson, Wyatt Walker second in points, and Danny Lloyd are the front 10. Restart. Lap number 48. Alex Fletcher, our race leader, gets the jump on Eli Bright, and we're back racing in the target 400. Good jump for the 72. Eli spun the tires a little bit from second. We'll see if he can gain through 1 and 2. He does big time to the back of the 72 down the backstretch. Nose to tail. Up at the front, Eli Bright gains on Alex Fletcher through 3 and 4. 72 a little wide. 88 down low. Trying to get to the 72's inside. Down the front stretch, Fletcher keeps the lead. Eli Bright, the 88, looking low to turn 1. Side by side, Eli inside Fletcher down the backstretch. And the 88 grabs the lead away. Eli Bright out front now. The target 400 coming to 11 to go. Buford up to second. And Carter Friesen for third. Friesen won at Phoenix, looking for his second triumph this season, along with Anthony Hernandez back there at 5th. He won at Denver. Buford looking for his first of the season, along with Eli Bright. They race first and second down the backstretch. Fletcher in fourth, also looking for his first victory this season. 10 laps of racing to go at Richmond. Eli Bright leads in the 88. Buford, though, chasing him down second to turn 1. He's there, inside the 88. Up the racetrack for Eli Bright, side by side for the lead down the backstretch. Jonathan Buford, Eli Bright. Buford drives into turn number 3 down the bottom lane. Carter Friesen behind in the 43. Buford leads with 9 to go. Carter Friesen up for third, going for second now. Friesen grabs the second position away, and once more for the leading side by side. Hernandez up to fourth in the 48. Sampson up 5th. Eli gets in line third as Friesen moves by Jonathan Buford to grab the lead. 8 to go in the target 400. Eli Bright, the 88. He's there in third, watching as Buford goes up the racetrack. He'll grab second away easily down the backstretch. And now for Carter Friesen, can he hold off the 200 horsepower teammates Anthony Hernandez and Eli Bright for 7 laps? 7 to go in Richmond. The 15 of Riley Sampson moves to fourth by Jonathan Buford. Danny Lloyd, who started second in this race, up inside the front 5. He gets to 5th. Now Eli Bright looking for the lead down the backstretch. Can he get to the inside? Carter Friesen. In 3 and 4, the 43 goes up the track. Here comes Eli Bright with 6 to go, and our 5th caution of the race. And it will be a 1-lap shootout. And it's a huge, massive crash in turn number 3. Big crash as they went down the backstretch. Derek Bouchard, Mathis Wells, Samet Oskin, Steven Taylor. Ton of cars involved, including points leader Samet Oskin. And this will set up a 1-lap dash to the finish. Samet Oskin, his night done, and possibly the points lead gone away. Caution is out. Let's see what happened. 5th time here tonight. Another very interesting wreck here at Richmond as they came off turn number 2. Luke ran up the racetrack. The 7 gets up into him of Griffin Lynn. Lynn then spins down to Colton Yo. 7 goes hard into the inside wall, then shoots back up the racetrack out of control. Barely misses Jay Jefferson. Gets into Steven Taylor, who sends the 7 on a wild ride upside down for Griffin Lynn. Mathis Wells tries to avoid, but then right here, as Steven Taylor bounced off the inside wall, the 18 stops. Oskin comes flying in along with Derek Bouchard, nowhere to go. Oskin goes upside down in the 47, and we had a massive crash here at Richmond. It brings out our 5th caution of the race, and will set up a 1-lap dash to the checkered flag between Carter Friesen, Eli Bright, and some others. And Griffin Lynn took some hard hits, and then Mathis Wells took a hard hit from Samet Oskin, took a hard hit from Derek Bouchard. Craziness here down the backstretch at Richmond. Let's watch Steven Taylor as he went towards the inside wall. Here's a good view of it. Then he bounced off the inside wall, comes back up. Break the inside wall and right here. The 18 stopped him. Matt Oskin and Derek Shark came flying in with nowhere to go. And once again, that set up our 5th caution of the race. And it's Carter Friesen with the race lead. Eli Bright in 2nd. Anthony Hernandez in 3rd. So can Friesen hold off the Hendrick Motorsports teammates of Eli Bright and Anthony Hernandez? Or can one of those two get to victory lane in the Target 400? We'll find out on the restart, which will come with 1 to go in Richmond. Just like the Target Series race last night, we will come back here with 1 lap of racing to go here at Richmond. So it'll be white and green together. Out from that crash, Matt Oskin, Mathis Wells, Griffin Lynn, Stephen Taylor, Derek Bouchard. 26 cars on the racetrack, 23 are on the lead lap, but it's between possibly these front 3, maybe the front 4. It's Carter Friesen looking for his 2nd win of the season out in front. Behind in 2nd, Eli Bright looking for his 1st in season number 7. Anthony Hernandez in 3rd looking for his 2nd of the season. Riley Sampson is 4th. Danny Lloyd in 5th. Who gets the trophy? Friesen coming to the white and green together. He'll get it. And we have 1 lap of racing to go at Richmond. Eli Bright stays with the 43. If Friesen goes up the racetrack in 1 and 2 or in 3 and 4, Eli will be there. In turn 1, Friesen goes up the racetrack. Eli Bright to his inside. Side by side for the race win down the backstretch. Hernandez goes low. Does Eli go up the racetrack now? He does. Here comes the 48 off turn 4. Who gets back to the checker flag? Eli Bright. And the 88 wins the Target 400 here at the Richmond Raceway. Late lap steal for the 88, and Eli Bright back to victory lane in the Gatorade Cup Series for the first time since season number 7. Eli Bright wins the Target 400 over teammate Anthony Hernandez by a little more than half a car length. Hendrick Motorsports 1-2 again here at the Richmond Raceway. Let's go see how the finish results played out. Here's how they finished in the Target 400 at the Richmond International Raceway. 5 caution flags for 25 laps. It was definitely one of the more crazy Richmond races we have seen in the past few seasons. And 18 lead changes, 10 different drivers leading laps in this race. As you see that Bright from the 5th starting position, he always had one of the better cars here tonight. He gets the victory lane over teammate Anthony Hernandez, who ends up in the 2nd position. Carter Friesen 3rd, Riley Sampson in 4th, Danny Lloyd 5th. Then Jonathan Beeford 6th, Alex Fletcher most laps led 22 for him. He ends up 7th, he led most of those under the caution flag. William Bullen up to 8th, Sebastian Kukulon 9th, Oliver Galloway rounds up the top 10. Looking at the top 20, Trey Wright from the pole, 11th place for him. Levi Shones and Jay Jefferson got damage under caution flags, 13th and 17th respectively for those drivers. So a lot of these cars had damage throughout the race. It was a crazy Richmond race, and it came down to a 1-lap shootout between Eli Bright and Carter Friesen. Eli gets it as Anthony Hernandez tried to sneak through and get the victory. 23 cars on the lead lap at the end, as the 96, the 00, the 32, all 1 lap down. The 27th on down involved in crashes, as we definitely had a lot of those 5 caution flags, and there were even more crashes because we had some under the caution flag here tonight at Richmond. Look down at the rest. Max Anderson, Cole Luigi, Jeff Bright, 3 champions of the Gatorade Cup Series, all finishing in the bottom 3 positions here tonight at Richmond. And here are the points after 8 races in the season. It is Riley Sampson back on top of the points by 28 over Wyatt Walker, who keeps his 2nd position. Anthony Hernandez up to 3rd with another good day. Matt Oskin down to 4th, and Levi Shones is up to 5th. They have Carter Friesen in 6th, Griffin Lynn 7th, TJ Hanley in 8th, Jonathan Beeford 9th, and Stephen Taylor the final spot inside the top 10 with 10th right now. We look at the top 20. Eli Bright that wins up to 13th in points. He is a wild card along with Carter Joey, who is right now 16th in points. A good day at Richmond moves him up greatly. He's, remember, below the top 20 in the points. And all 8 of our winners so far this season are inside the top 20 in points. 8 races, 8 different winners so far in the Gatorade Cup Series season number 9. As you look down at the rest, 21st, 4th, Mathis Wells, Derek Bouchard falling below the top 20 points now with bad days. William Bullen has moved up, Jake Galloway has fallen, Jeff Bright in the 9 down to 26th. There's Jay Jefferson, Sebastian Kukulon. Some of these drivers, I mean, once again, we've talked about this a lot, but there are some really big names down here below the top 25 in points. Jeff Bright is 26th, tied for 25th actually with Jake Galloway, but they have Jay Jefferson 29th, Sebastian Kukulon 31st, Luke Rennie 33rd, Cole Luigi 35th, Adam McDowell 36th, Joe Jefferson 38th. And look down, Max Anderson is 42nd right now in points. Remember, he won the championship last season. Anton Sharpon has 4 DNFs of the season, the most of anyone. Right now, 41st in points. And for Anton Sharpon and Max Anderson, right now 41st and 42nd in points. Anton Sharpon has 150 points behind 40th in points. Max Anderson 155 behind 40th in points. That means they are basically a full race behind the next highest people in points, which is not good when you're trying to make the chase. And, you know, everyone's still kind of clumped together, only 8 races in, but 30 races left and not that many before the chase starts, and it's getting, you know, panic time for Max Anderson and Anton Charlebois. And we continue with the short track racing as we now head to North Carolina as we go to North Wilkesboro for the Mellow Yellow 400. We're under the lights as well. I will see you guys then.